Hey everybody, start your week off right with us on Level Up, Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube Fun Astrology channel. We're focusing on bringing prosperity of all kinds into our lives. And to that end, I created a 30-minute meditation to help you open yourself to prosperity. It's one of the biggest reasons we don't attract more into our lives. We block it at the door. Go to hightimelinebooks.com to download your Catherine Ponder Open to Prosperity meditation today.
Hey there, Fun Astrology Podcast. This is Kristin Lawhead. Welcome in. Today is April 15th, and the skies are giving us a truly special formation, one that holds both emotional depth and a whole lot of forward momentum. This cosmic gem of the day, we've got a kite formation in the sky. If you've never heard of that before, it's a powerful aspect pattern that looks like a kite in a chart, having the reputation that it flies when we find the right balance of flow and challenge. At the heart of this kite is a grand trine in water signs, the moon in Scorpio, Venus in Pisces, and Mars in Cancer. This trio creates an emotionally intelligent, intuitive current that supports connection, compassion, creativity, and a deep emotional drive. There's a lot of softness here, but it's not passive. Mars brings motivation, Venus brings harmony, and the moon brings that inner knowing. But every kite needs a little wind, right? That wind comes from Uranus in Taurus, which is opposing the moon in Scorpio. This is what gives the pattern its tension, its momentum. Uranus is the awakener. It's the disruptor. So don't be surprised if you get hit with a sudden insight, an emotional plot twist, or the urge to break out of routine that no longer fits. These changes might feel abrupt, but they're pushing towards an emotional freedom. Uranus is also forming sextiles to both Venus and Mars, completing the kite and tying everything together. These sextiles bring opportunity, like doors quietly opening in the background. Watch for these movements of inspiration and unexpected breakthroughs in relationships, or the courage to act on an intuitive nudge. This is only a formation that will last the day because it does involve the moon. At 10:24 p.m. Eastern, the moon goes void of course after forming a final trine to Mercury in Pisces. This is a lovely, poetic closing aspect, a gentle invitation to reflect, journal, or have a deep heart-to-heart. Because this void of course doesn't last long, just 13 minutes, because at 10:37 p.m. the moon enters Sagittarius, kicking off a much more adventurous and open-hearted vibe. Now, why such a short void of course? Well, Mercury is perched at the final degree of Pisces, sitting right on the cusp of change. Just a few hours later, at 2:55 a.m. Eastern, Mercury re-enters Aries. This is a big energetic reset. Mercury in Pisces is reflective, dreamy, and spiritual. But Mercury in Aries, that's direct, instinctive, and unapologetically honest. As we approach this energetic shift into Mercury in Aries tomorrow, it's important to remember that Mercury's retrograde period, which just ended last week, still has its influence on us for a little while longer. If you've experienced disruptions or delays during this retrograde, know a path forward is clearing up. It will only get better as we approach April 26th and the shadow period of Mercury will end. Mercury stays in Aries until May 10th, so there will be much more talk about this energy. As for today, it's a beautiful blend of depth and momentum. Use the flowing grand trine energy to connect with yourself and others from the heart. Let that kite fly today. Thank you all for joining us. Thomas will be with us tomorrow, and I will be back here on Thursday. Until then, much love. Talk soon.